Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of I Am Latoya Renee. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, hey y'all, today is our week 51 GLP-1 weight loss update. Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding. So as y'all already know, I am officially off of compounded semaglutide. It has been 2 weeks now since my last injection, and I wanted to update y'all on how things are going. Right now, my appetite is still very much suppressed. It is surprisingly suppressed, so much so that if y'all have watched a few of the things that I've posted over the last week, I just had a birthday. We had cheesecake and nut and bundt cakes and all the things, and I didn't indulge really in any of it. If anything, I took like a little bite here and there of a few things, but I didn't feel compelled to, get 2 slices of this or whatever. But in all fairness, I will say I've never been that kind of person. Like, I'm not a huge sweet eater. I've always been someone who drinks their sugar, which is terrible. But what I'm getting at is that I had plenty of opportunities to dig into things that maybe weren't the best thing for me, and wasn't tempted or curious or anything at all. And in fact, appetite was still so suppressed that it's like, I'm not going to eat this because I'd rather eat something that's actually going to fuel my body. And so as a result, I just didn't partake in a lot of things. And I was completely fine with that. That didn't mess me up mentally in any sort of way or anything like that. It was just like, nah, I'd rather eat something healthy. Like, I'd actually rather eat a meal because I'm probably not going to be hungry later. So appetite is still very much suppressed. I did go on ahead and try the Phentermine that my primary care providers prescribed to me to try, just because I think I've just been worried about maintaining the weight. Like, just mentally, I think it's just this little block that I've had. And it really took me talking to my esthetician who has been through this. She did Phentermine first. She did compounded semaglutide for a while. She has managed to keep the weight off months and months later. It really took talking to her for me to realize that, like, she's like, you're worrying about nothing. You don't need the Phentermine. You've already got the tools in your toolkit. What are you worried about? You are more than capable of keeping this weight off. With that being said, I tried Phentermine one time, did not like it at all. Absolutely not. 10 out of 10, do not recommend, at least for me. I got all the cardiac side effects of it. So for example, the heart palpitations, the increased heart rate, and then with that, I don't know if that sparked some anxiety or what, but I got really anxious with that as well. And I was talking a mile a minute, y'all. Like, it was so, like, I was like listening to myself as I'm speaking. I'm like, why are you talking so fast? And why all of a sudden do you have so much to say to everybody? And it took several hours for that to kind of wear off, y'all. And I did not like it. And in fact, the elevated heart rate took more than a few hours to wear off. That lasted like my entire work shift, which is 12 hours and everything. It took much longer for that to chill out. And I don't like that. I don't like feeling my heart racing. I don't like my watch saying, hey, your heart rate is high. I don't like the jittery feel. I don't like any of that. And so as a result, I decided I'm not taking that anymore. And then also too, knowing the conversation I'd already had with my esthetician and her having gone through taking it, and like, she gave me some warnings prior to taking it, that like, hey, if you're gonna take it as soon as you get up, because it's gonna keep you up and wired. And she was right. So I'm glad I took it prior to going to work, like in the evening time, because y'all know I work night shift. And so I'm glad I did that, because it actually did keep me awake all night, which, is a struggle each and every night. But had I like taken it after work, I would have never went to bed. But I am not interested in taking Phentermine ever again. Now it's funny because my mom started, she got her prescription about the same time as myself, but she went on ahead and started immediately. I held on to it for a few weeks. She doesn't experience any of those things at all, and it's suppressing her appetite, it's doing everything it's supposed to do, and she's feeling fine. So I say that to just point out that everybody, you know, responds to medications differently. So when I speak about my experiences with things, it's solely my experience. So just want to throw that out there. But appetite is still suppressed despite not being on compounded semaglutide, despite not being on Phentermine. It's still suppressed. Sure, that'll change over time, but as of right now, not having issues in that area. So with that being said, how much do I weigh? I am currently sitting at 154.6 pounds. So I am maintaining my weight. I think I might have been like 155 the previous 2 weeks. During week 51, I did not get to the gym as much as I like at all. Really, in week 51, because now school's out and things like that, it really gave me an opportunity to just truly spend time with my kids. And so that's what I did. And so I don't feel too upset about not getting to the gym like I ordinarily would do, because I, you know, use that time to just bond and spend more time with my children, especially since I was off for several days. But I'm just pointing out that I did not go to the gym that much. In fact, I only went twice, week 51. And y'all know I try to go every day I'm off from work, minimum. Sometimes, like if I'm working the weekend, and I get off a little early on like a Sunday morning, I'll go shoot to the gym. So that's why I say minimum going to the gym at least just on my off days, if not more. I did something exciting though this past weekend, y'all. If you're like me, you've been living in like leggings or, you know, super stretchy things for a while. That is your comfort. That is what you know will fit you the way you need to fit. This weekend, I bought 2 pairs of jeans. Now, I know to some that's not a big deal, but to me, someone who used to buy the heck out of some Fashion Nova high waist jeans, but then as the weight climbed up, the jeans just stopped fitting the way we needed them to fit. I haven't worn jeans. I can't tell you the last time I wore jeans. I might wear some super stretchy dress pants or some leggings, but jeans, even with the spandex, things just don't fit right. They dig in areas you don't want them to dig in, or maybe there's a gap above your butt that you're not feeling, or like, and then for a while too, it almost felt like my legs were like suffocating or something. I think that mostly comes from the fact that my thighs used to rub together a lot and stuff like that. But like jeans were just something I stayed away from as my weight climbed. But I went and bought some jeans this weekend, and they were a size 10, and they fit perfectly. And I can move around good in them, and I can squat in them, and I can, you know, do all the things, probably more than I need to do in these jeans, and they feel great, y'all. And it felt great to put them on. So non-scale victory, and just something like to boost, I guess, for lack of a better word, my self-esteem. Like being able to get in some jeans and feel comfortable and feel like, oh, we're not showing this roll, you know, like our fupas, you know, that's the thing, girls. Just feeling comfortable in something that you ordinarily would not have worn is a great feeling. I'm super excited to have the opportunity to wear them. I don't quite have it yet because working and stuff, so I'm a live in my scrubs, but I look forward to having a reason to throw some jeans on here very soon. Okay, so the last thing that happened in week 51 is I tried Factor. If y'all have watched a couple of videos over the last week, you know that I got a free box of Factor, free in quotation marks. I had to pay for shipping. And so I tried that. Meal prepping and all of that can be overwhelming sometimes, just depending on your schedule, what you got going on, all the things, especially when like you're like me who's getting ready to prepare to work 5 12-hour shifts in a row. So what's that, 60 hours in 5 days, give or take. Coming home, meal prepping, what all that stuff, that's just, I'd rather not have that on my plate of things to do. And so, no pun intended. So, yeah, I was like, let me try Factor. One of my coworkers, she brings Factor meals. She's got 4 kids. I've got 2. We get each other in that sense that, like, you know, that's the last thing we want to be worrying about. And so, I got the Factor box for free from a coupon code that she gave me. And so I tried it. And I do have like a unboxing video, so y'all should check that out, where I show, literally, I unbox it and then heat it up, share it with my family. We all kind of give our opinion of it and all of that. So we did that. So I've had like 3 or 4 of the meals. I had bought 6, but I've had like 3 or 4 of the meals since I got it. I like some. I don't like one in particular. I did go on ahead and order a box for next week. Their menus change week to week, so I was like, let me give it a couple weeks to just try it out and see what I think, before I just like cancel or whatever. And the reason why I say that I throw out the fact about canceling is the meals are great. Don't get me wrong, meals are great. They are definitely restaurant quality, as far as taste and flavor and things, but the sodium intake is just not something I want to partake in. I think the meal that I like the best had 1,400 milligrams of sodium in it, y'all. So that is the huge drawback for me, but I'm willing to try it for another week, see what the meals taste like. Maybe try to pick things that have lower sodium, which I think the lowest amount of sodium I've seen is like in the 800s. Not really 100% sure where I'm going to go with the whole Factor thing, but I definitely wanted to try it. I've been wanting to try it for a couple years. This opportunity came about with the coupon code from my coworkers, so I took it. And yeah, so that's where we are. But I tried that. It did take the guesswork out of my meals for work. When I worked the previous 2 nights. All I had to do was just bring it, pop it in the, microwave, heat it up for a little bit, eat it, and it was far better than other things that I would have chosen to eat. So yeah, but that is the latest and the greatest of week 51. I, of course, will be posting more things here very, very soon. But I'm super excited. I'm officially 2 weeks off of coming out of Semaglutide, and all things considered, everything's going well. So I'm super encouraged by that, and I hope you guys are too, especially if you're at a similar point in your journey to me. Like 2 weeks in, we're doing all right. As always, I love each and every one of you guys. Stay tuned for brand new content that we'll be posting soon. Bye.